Hi everybody, I'm Matt Frazier with Panasonic, and today I'm here showing off two new 4K products. First one is the one everybody cares about, which is our new GH4. GH4 is capable of recording 4K video in two different resolutions, either 4096 by 2160 or 3840 by 2160. You can do it at either 30 frames per second or 24 frames per second. It's important to note you can record that all internally on the SD card in the camera, so you can do that at an 8-bit 420 colored space and grayscale. But for those of you who are looking for something a little bit better, the HDMI output from this camera can output up to 10-bit 422 color or 8-bit 422 color for external recorders. So that means like today you could use an HX A500 quad as long as you connect it to our YAGH interface. The YAGH interface gives you dual XLR in. It provides you with four SDI outputs. You need one for each quadrant or each quarter of your 4K image. So each of these is carrying up to a 1080p 30 frame per second signal combined into one big 4K image. We also include time code in, so you can sync multiple cameras together, make sure they're all on the correct time code. We didn't forget about 1080 video as well. Obviously the camera can do 1080p video. It includes up to a 200 megabit encode. That's all intro for 1080, so it's going to be easy to edit. And the best part, we can do up to a 96 frame per second high-speed shooting or an overcrank that's then encoded at either 30 frames per second or 24 frames per second. So it's pre-slowed for you. A couple of notes about not using the YAGH. If you want to use a microphone, it has a mic jack, has headphone jack as well, so if you don't want to have to use the YAGH interface, you're not required to. And price points, this should be $1,700 when it releases without a lens. The YAGH will be $2,000, but if you buy them as a combo, as a kit, we're going to do it for $3,500. Now if we move over to my right here, we have the
megabits per second. This is 1080.
A500. The A500 is our wearable 4K product, and by the way, it's wearable and can do 4K video at 30 frames per second. So this is actually usable 30 frame per second, non-juddery looking 4K footage. It also goes to a sensor that's a 1/2.3, so it's a little smaller than a half inch, which is very large for an action camera product. The camera is waterproof, it is dust proof, so it is usable in a kayak or, you know, light snorkeling, not deep water. But what's great is it's super lightweight. This is right around 70 grams. So it's easy to wear, and best of all, when a lot of people ask me why would I want to do 4K on a wearable. Well, first off, we do include image stabilization in the camera as an electronic stabilizer, but the reality is with what people do with these cameras, oftentimes stability is going to be a real problem. So by recording 4K, if your 1080 is going to be your final output, you can go ahead and now use stabilization in post, and it's not going to soften your video. You're still going to have very sharp, stabilized video with this product. Or because these typically don't have a zoom lens, it's great to be able to crop in post. So you can even do like creeping zoom effects in post-production, even though the camera itself has no zoom lens whatsoever. So this camera will ship, haven't formally announced shipping date yet, but it's going to be about a $399 price point. Sometime late spring, early summer. And I'm Matt Frazier. Thanks for watching.